So, so what we will do, we can, I'll share with you my number also, so that in case of for Chitkara is just like a family for me. I am still in touch with many students, those who were from the first batch of this course, MBA in pharmaceutical management. So I am still in touch with them. I am into their journey of their getting selected in the organization, their campus recruitment, and their now progression also for their journey from a marketing manager or the area business manager and like that. So thank you so much everyone for joining today morning. As you already aware that my name is Pankaj Sharma. I take care of learning and development. My experience has been now around 22 years in pharmaceutical industry. I started my career like a medical rep only, yeah, and got promoted as a first line manager, second line manager, and moved into the training function, that is learning and development function. So I do not know how many students, how many managers I trained as of now, and some of them are heading the organization as a sales head, marketing head, training head, and whatnot. Yeah. So I would like to keep this interaction, keep this session in the interactive mode. Yeah, I would like to see your responses. I would like to see your comments in the comments box, so that in the chat box, keep on sending your comments, right? So that we already started a discussion, especially for the innovation, right? So what comes in the mind when we think about the innovation? Innovation. So may I see a few comments? What comes into your mind when you think about innovation? Just put in the chat box. And any response. So there is no right or wrong response. I just would like to see that few responses. What comes to your mind? Creating something new. Very good. Subhashmita Vaidya. Creating something new. Correct, Subhashmita. Right. Thank you so much. Few more responses, friends. Yeah, new ideas. Very good. Uh-huh. Injamul Haq, new ideas. Absolutely fantastic. Trying something unique. Okay, sometime unique. Okay, something unique. Revolution. Very good. Ayush is saying revolution. Harish is saying different mindset. Okay. Any new idea, creation. Lakshya is saying creation out of the box. Okay. Ujjwal is saying out of the box. Okay. Any other response, friends, for what comes to your mind when you think about innovation? Innovation is something new, out of the box creation, introducing new technique which would help us to save time. Very good. So देवांशी is writing very, ये बिल्कुल गूगल जैसी डेफिनेशन. देवांशी आप शायद राइटिंग में बहुत अच्छी हो. You are very good in writing. अच्छा लगा ये डेफिनेशन देख के. That helps ease to daily routine. Very good, Vinay. Devanshi, thank you, sir. Okay. Good.
Sir, Devanshi is content writer also.
That is why, I could feel this, that Devanshi, how come, someone is within a very short, few seconds can articulate this. When we find opportunities in crisis and create something extraordinary, that's called innovation. Yogita Badlani. Very nice. So good responses, friends. Thank you so much. So I'm just referring to the discussion what we had with just now with the Lamba sir regarding Goa. I think you all were there in that discussion. So Lamba sir, I have a friend in Chennai whose name is Natrajan. Yeah. So
Okay.
Natrajan is very close friend of mine, and I do have habit of going for a running or walking in the morning around 5 to 7 kilometers. Sometimes extending that also up to 10 to 15 kilometers. So one fine day I called him, and his weight is wide, by the way, is 130 kg. Yeah. 130 kg means typical South Indian Golu Molu kind of personality. You can understand. It's just like what you can call a vada pav. Yeah, very, and
Okay.
his cheeks are also very, bubbling kind of the thing. So I called him. I told him that, hi, how are you doing? Good morning. Then he said, hi, Pankaj, good morning. What's going on? They call it, what's going on? I said that I just completed my running. How much? I said, just 10 kg, 10 kilometer. He said, no, I also had, 20-kilometer running. Now, how come 130 kg guy can run a 120 kilometer in the morning? And I know we don't woke up early in the morning. वो आराम से सो के उठता है around 11, 10:30 or especially on Sundays. So I just asked him, how come? Is it really? Can you please send me your photograph? Have you started doing this? So he said, no, no. How have you completed 10 kilometers? I said, by running. He said, no, I also run in my mind. So what he said, I also run in my mind. I don't run physically, but I run in my mind when I wake up. So this is how the things are. So the moment you said, Rama sir, that गोवा की पुरानी यादें देख करके ताजा हो
Yeah.
जाती हैं और मेरे को लगता है कि
जी.
मैं गोवा में हूँ. So that's also the one of the way. So what happened,
Yes.
many people, they keep artificial plants in their home, green plants in their home. Why? Because your body, your mind doesn't differentiate between the original and the artificial. The moment they see the plant as a plant. So this is also what you can call as a psychological hack. Yeah. So that is why, especially people, those who are there in the Michael Schumacher and these people, those who are running this Formula One race, before they actually go on the track, these people are put in for this, that is called the simulation practice. Yeah, so when they do this simulation, at that point of time also, they do have same kind of neurotransmitters and then chemical secretes throughout their brain, and they actually feel like that they are, racing the car or something. So this is also one of the technique, people are doing this. So before you go for the competition, before you do anything, and before you go for, chasing something, so just visualizing something in the mind, and then thinking about that particular thing that you are actually winning, that is, one of the way how you can prepare for anything, especially whenever you are doing something for the innovation, right? So many of you have given the right, definition for innovation. Very good. Let me ask you, when it comes to innovation, just put in the chat box my another question. When did you learn something for the first time? When did you learn last time for the first time? So I repeat my question. When did you learn something first time in the last time? Means आखिरी बार आपने कोई सी चीज नई कब सीखी थी? Yeah, when did you learn something last time for the first time? So just put in the chat box, or what is that? Maybe 15 days back, or 1 month back, or maybe one day back, last week. Others is saying last week. Very good. So others and everyone, if you can just put what exactly that particular thing which you learned for the first time. When did you learn for the first time? Daily is the new learning. Daily is the new learning. Devanshi is writing. So Devanshi, you may learn many things, unknowingly. But when it comes to knowingly and actually planning for that, that's the actual learning, which will remain for you for a longer period of time. And you see that learning. So what happened, when it comes to innovation, there is a difference between the how the adult learn and how this the kids learn. So for a children need not to put a practice for learning. If father is saying hi, दोस्त से बात करते हैं ना, whenever they are talking to their friends, or they say something, very good or bad or whatever it is, they used to pick it up. They need not to think. But when it comes to adult learning, adult need to really think, hey, this is important for me to learn. Then only they will learn. Otherwise, yeah, I learn every day. Lakshya is writing, I learn every day. So we all learn every day. Lakshya. तो नया क्या आपने सीखा? What did something new you learn for the last time? Yeah. So this is the question. May I see few more responses? We are learning new things every day in our job. Very good. Harish is writing. Okay. Harish, कौन सी कंपनी में यार आप? In which company you are working?
Sir, J&J.
J&J. Okay.
Yes, sir, from Bangalore.
Oh, Bangalore. In my case, I got to know some new ways of probing fraud for doctor. Others, which company you are working?
Yes, Sardia.
Sardia. Very nice. So you talk about this J&J, Sardia. You are all the training heads, and maybe you some of the sales heads are very good friend of mine. Yeah. So especially in pharmaceutical world, you always used to learn something new every time. Why? Because you need to interact with the customer, and customer behavior is absolutely unpredictable. You do not know the customer what he reacted last time he welcomed you. This time you will see that the different kind of expression and the behavior and the response from the customer. Yes or no? So that is why every day is a new learning. Yeah, Devanshi. So this happens in our day-to-day life, that when it comes to innovation. So let me put you to the presentation which I prepared. And last time really I missed this to share with you because of some network issue. Lamba sir, can you enable this screen sharing for me?
Sir, it is sharing. You can share your screen, sir.
Thank you, Vimalji. Thank you.
Let me see. Is it visible? Just someone please confirm. Post disabled participants screen sharing. I am still unable to share here. Lamba sir, you need to enable my screen sharing.
Vimalji,
Enabled, sir. It is enabled, sir. You can
uh,
share it,
multiple.
yeah,
uh,
it is already enabled.
Yeah, it's done now. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Vimalji. Thank you.
All right. Hope this is visible.
Yeah, screen is visible. Yes, sir, screen is visible now. Yeah, we can always see.
Very nice. So this is what the today's topic is: innovation in pharmaceutical marketing, right? So there are few things are there which I prepared for all of you. So let's run through this presentation. What is new for you in this presentation? So this is about my profile. Yes, this is what last time also Lamba sir talked about this. So having 22 years of experience in sales, HR, training, learning and development. I am a member of ISTD, Harvard Advisory Council. I do have my own YouTube channel. So if you would like to have more learning, this kind of learnings and the sessions, my many other sessions and the small snippet and the videos are already there on YouTube. So I hope that you all know YouTube very well is the free source for learning and for many other things also, for the information and other things. So I do have a channel on YouTube called Dear Life by Pankaj Sharma. So if you are very willing to learn about pharmaceutical world or maybe other best practices in the field of HR, L&D, marketing, sales, you can learn a lot of things from there. So this is my LinkedIn profile, Pankaj in the Swift, and Twitter. I am also available there. So you can get in touch with me for anything where you feel that I can help you and support you, and I can be useful to you. So feel free for anything. I always feel happy to get associated with the students. Yeah. So innovation, many of you have given the definition of innovation. Yeah. So others, can you read this definition for me, for all of us?
The definition.
Yeah.
Pankaj sir, I am able to see only the first slide. Innovation, pharmaceutical marketing. Slide has not changed.
Oh, not changed.
Just
Oh,
no,
I'm so
not
sorry.
changed. I know. Can yeah. Now it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello,
Now.
Yeah.
This is
Back.
the slide number 2, and this is the slide number 3. Others, can you see this?
Yes, sir. No.
Yeah.
Can I read, sir?
You are not audible, others.
Others, you're audible. Please go ahead. Yeah.
So innovation is practical implementation of ideas that result in introduction of new goods or services or improvement in offering goods or services.
Very good. So now when it comes to the goods, what are the innovations which we are looking in our day in and day life? So many innovations are happening in the field of information technology, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So can anyone share any new example of the goods or something, which in our day-to-day life, which we can see there? Anyone? I would like to see a few responses, especially for goods as well as for the services. Yeah. So a few comments there for goods. Any example of goods or services? Anything in your around, whenever anything which is making your the work efficiency, your time saving or something which will give you the ease of doing something. Any idea? We are using already so many things. I just would like to see a few responses.
Can I say one example, sir?
Yeah, example of goods or services, especially for the innovation.
Services, sir.
Yeah, so put in the chat box. Courier services. Courier services, okay. Home delivery. So any example of any company for home delivery, Lakshya? You know something for home delivery? Any company name, any application name or anything which is there in your mind? Zomato. Very good example. Automotive, clothing, Blue Dart. Blue Dart is also innovation. So whatever you really experience something, anything new, that these all things are, yeah, Tata 1mg. Absolutely fantastic. Satya is saying Tata 1mg. So this is what we can see here. Tata 1mg, Netmet Wholesale, Netmet Retail, Blinkit or Dunzo. Great. Zepto, TCS, BlaBlaCar. Very nice. Zoom meeting. Lakshya, very good. Zoom meeting or maybe any other platform also. Right. So so this is what the idea came into the mind and somebody is there. So we all do have so many ideas, but how many of us really execute these ideas? But many people, if you have something, any idea which is, making other people's job easy, work easy, and save their time, these are called the innovation or the any idea. So if you just see this implementation or the execution of this idea, which will be benefiting the community, yeah, we can call it as a innovation. And especially now the flavor, Indian flavor to this, what is really helping all of us in today's world, or maybe the coming world. We all are talking about so many things about the technology, right? So with the help of technology, I am sitting here and we all are interacting with each other with the help of this innovation or something, this technology. Yeah. So we are seeing that so many innovations, so many innovative things may also going to come very soon with the help of metaverse. And it is said that your television. How many of you really watch television at your home? Just put there in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. How many of you watch television at your home? May I see responses? Television at the home. How many of you are watching? Yeah, very good. Lakshya is saying yes, raising his hand. Everyone, please put your your responses so that we can see. Yes, Samir is saying yes. Samir Panda, yes. So possibly, people, yeah, don't watch. Yeah. Karthik, Adarsh is saying don't watch. Karthik Chaudhary is saying yes. Devendra is saying yes. Okay, now what time? It's very rare, sir. Correct. Harish, you are right. So very soon, guys, you will be going to see that your television is becoming transistor. Transistor, radio. How many of you really listen to the radio nowadays? कितने लोग सुनते हैं रेडियो आप लोगों में से? Any one person who is still, sometimes. Devendra is saying sometimes. Okay. Very good. So what is that substitute of this radio? So that is, it is said that this television will become a radio or transistor very soon, and your screen, your mobile will replace the television, because now everything is available in the fingertips and in your mobile screen, right? So whatever you call it, everything, all this information are available on this screen, wonderful screen there. This is called the wonderful and the device over there. So your watch, your FaceTime, or maybe your video calling, everything, all the information, browser, or everything is available there. So people are doing this. This is what the innovation which we are experiencing. Yeah. So that is why, what is the substitute for a transistor nowadays? People would like to listen. They would like to listen a lot of podcast. Yeah. So how many of you really listen the podcast? Anyone? Sangram is saying yes. Okay. Lakshya is saying yes. Yes. Karthik is saying yes. Okay. So rarely nowadays we see that people are using transistor or the radio the way people were using earlier. So this is then clear-cut example of an innovation. Great. Thank you so much, friends, for your responses. Now let's move ahead with this presentation. Now this is the type of innovation. Now what are the different things and ideas are there you can implement, right? So there will be incremental innovation. Incremental innovation, whatever is existing, if you can really scale it up at the larger level and the larger population, that is incremental. Second one is called disruptive. Yeah, disruptive means what? Anything which is absolutely not existing and you are introducing for the first time, maybe any idea, maybe any product, maybe any services, that is disruptive, right? And there are two more examples out there. Architectural, so, and the radical. So these are the four examples of innovation, right? Now, especially in the pharmaceutical space, I believe that many of you are from the pharmaceutical space, right? So what are the innovative things which you are experiencing nowadays, which were not existing earlier? In the pharmaceutical world, what are the few innovative things which we are experiencing and which we are getting, which were not existing earlier? So I would like to see few responses from the pharmaceutical world. In your day-to-day life, whenever you are interacting with the customer or something. So please put your responses here. In the pharmaceutical space, 1 mg, correct. 1 mg is what? Which is the new one. So I am talking more about, online purchase of medicine, online doctor appointments and diagnostic. Absolutely right. Practo is the example, clear-cut example of this. Yeah, Practo. Right. So in your job profile, if you see as a medical rep or maybe as an area manager or as a marketing person in pharmaceutical industry, what are the innovative things which you are experiencing? So if you see the time when we started our career, like me, Lamba sir, Ravinder ji, we started our career tabs used by medical rep. Absolutely right. Shubham, I was actually coming for that. Yeah, detailing on iPad. So we used to use, this traditional visual aid, and that one visual aid we will keep on using for many years also. Yeah, absolutely right. So now you have this electronic gadget in your hand that is called the tab or iPad, right, for the detailing, and that is very good. Why? Because every 3 months or after every 6 months we need to discard this old visual aid, and then the new visual aid will come. Right. So this is what the presence of the digital tool in the field of the pharmaceutical industry. So visual aid is the one example. Any other example apart from visual aid? Any other thing which you are experiencing in the pharmaceutical because of the COVID? Also, we have many pharma companies have implemented, and you guys are from the very good MNC, so you can feel that you can give the right example. In your marketing or in your sales presentation or engaging the customer, what are the new tools and the applications which we are using? Yeah, online meetings. Shubham, absolutely right. Online meetings, webinars, digital marketing, correct. Digital interaction with doctors like RTM and reminders. Absolutely right. So this is what we have seen that because of COVID we are unable to meet the doctor physically. So many companies have implemented the virtual interaction. Lakshya, absolutely right. Virtual interaction, and these platforms we have used extensively, not only for meeting the customer and engaging the customer, but also for our own training program, our own marketing program, our own meetings, especially for the cycle meetings and other things. So we all have seen, and this is called, the absolutely, disruptive idea in the space of pharmaceutical world. Yeah, which was not existing earlier. Virtual interaction. Now that is why the world is moving towards now physical to digital, and now digital to the hybrid, because many companies and their management has felt the importance of these digital tools, and उनको बोलते हैं ना एक बार की आदत लगे कि ये भी हो सकता है. This is also possible. And what are the advantages of conducting the training program or conducting the meeting on virtual platforms? The advantages are, can you share what are the advantages and the benefit for the companies versus the physical interaction or physical meeting? Save money. Shubham, absolutely right. Save money. Apart from money, cost effective and time saving. Others, very good answer. Thank you. Great. So people used to travel a lot, na, overnight journey करके जाते थे चंडीगढ़ से, or from the different peripheries they used to come to Delhi for the meeting. They used to stay in a hotel and then rushing early in the morning for the meeting, and then like that. So यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? They will be able to save the cost as well as time, both the things, right? So this is what the advantage of conducting these things. Thank you so much. Now we will see what else is there in this presentation. So that is why, you know, if you really wanted to solve the problem, right, you need to change the way you are doing the things. Yeah. So if you don't change, then what will happen? Shifa and Yogita, you have raised your hand. Shifa and Yogita, you want to ask something? Hi, Shifa and Yogita, can you just unmute and share? Or you have something to share? Yogita and Shifa, are you there? Just unmute and then come and speak here. Hello, am I audible? आदर्श मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना यार आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, ये लोग क्या मतलब हाथ खड़ा करके मतलब गायब हो गए क्या? आप नाराज तो नहीं होगा कि मैंने आपको बहुत देर से हाथ खड़ा किया हुआ, ध्यान नहीं दिया, इसलिए गुस्सा हो इसमें यार? संडे नाराज मत होते नहीं हुआ करो यार.
Sir, there might be a network issue on their side.
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. चलिए अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. अभी लंबा सर ने बड़ी अच्छी बात करी फिलिप कोटलर जी की, राइट? आप जानते हैं फिलिप कोटलर को? आप लोगों में से कितने लोग जानते हैं कौन है फिलिप कोटलर जी? और ये जो मार्केटिंग वर्ल्ड है उसमें उनका मतलब हाउ ही इज नोन इन द स्पेस, इन द मार्केटिंग स्पेस? नो सर, दैट वाज फॉर प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन. ओके योगिता, ऑलराइट, ठीक है. So there is an option, अगर गलती से अगर कभी हाथ खड़ा कर लिया आपने, if you have raised your hand, you can lower your hand too. No issues. Yeah. So Philip Kotler is known for what? Just put in the comment box. You're taking so much time in putting just a comment. He is experienced in marketing. In marketing, also he is a speaker. अच्छा, Adarsh, right? Adarsh का तो comment आ गया. बाकी marketing guru Sangram, very good. Devansh is writing father of modern marketing. Father of marketing. अच्छा, father of modern marketing. Great. So basically, Philip Kotler is not a marketing guy. You know, basically I am saying, but he is known for marketing because of some innovation what he did in the field of marketing, and he actually conceptualized, you know, entire, you know, this the principles of marketing, father of marketing. That is why he is known as the father of marketing, and people knows him for his way of, you know, doing the innovative things in the pharmaceutical space, in the marketing space. Great. So now let us see. And so this is what, you know, he has given 4 P's of marketing, and later on he has given this 7 P's of marketing. 4 P's of marketing, which was introduced earlier. So that if you really wanted to market any product or any brand, you need to think for the product. At least you should have something in your hand which you would like to market. In the pharmaceutical examples, we do have medicines, right? In the pharmaceutical space, we have medicines which will be useful to treat the infection or maybe, you know, any disease of the patient, which will be used by the customers. So this is the example of indirect marketing, right? Because your job is to influence the person who is responsible for prescribing the medicine, and the buyer is someone else. So who is the buyer in pharmaceutical space? The patient is the buyer. His caretaker is the buyer. Doctor is not a buyer, but doctor is, you know, the person who can really influence the buying, you know, the habits of the customer. So product, at least you should have. Second important thing is price. Yeah. So product, if you see the product itself, what are the things are possible here in the space of product, right? The permutation combinations, and if you have any other molecule, one single molecule, what are the different SKUs are there? And for different SKUs, what are the possible different indications are there? Right. So once you fix upon these things, these 3-4 elements, then you move towards the next one, that is called the pricing factor. So who decides the price of a brand? May I see few responses? कौन पक्का करता है कि price कितना होना चाहिए? Who decide the price? अगर मान लीजिए कोई प्रोडक्ट है, फॉर टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ पैरासीटामोल, सिंपल एग्जांपल एंड वेरी इजी एग्जांपल, पैरासीटामोल इज द ब्रांड। अगर आपको कोई लॉन्च करना है तो हाउ डू यू डिसाइड द प्राइस कि आपका पैरासीटामोल का जो प्राइस है वो लीडिंग ब्रांड से कम होना चाहिए, ज्यादा होना चाहिए, डीपीसीओ। अच्छा, बिकॉज यू आर गिविंग वेरी वंडरफुल आंसर। DPCO is responsible only for that particular, the number of, the categories of molecules, not for, everything. I am talking about in general. Yeah, product manager. Others is saying product manager. Okay, others, you are right. Any other, there are a few more elements of their product management team of the particular company. Yeah, that is what the KRA of this PMT will prefer. But how do they decide? ये PMT, that is absolutely right, Karthik. But how do they decide कि इसका प्राइस इतना होना चाहिए? So for example, चलिए एक काम करते हैं, हम लोग एक पैरासीटामोल का नाम एक लॉन्च करने के लिए ब्रांड नेम सोचते हैं। जल्दी से एक पैरासीटामोल का ब्रांड नेम बताइए, अच्छा सा बताइए, कोई अच्छा सा नाम बताइए, सजेस्ट है उसको हम लेकर के चलते हैं, then we will see. डोलो तो ये तो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है, नया ब्रांड हमको लॉन्च करना है पैरासीटामोल का, कार्तिक। कैलपॉल भी है। आई एम नॉट आस्किंग अबाउट द ब्रांड विच आर ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग, हमको एक नया ब्रांड लॉन्च करना है पैरासीटामोल का। एनी ब्रांड, तो उसका ब्रांड का नाम बता दो, कोई सा एक छोटा सा नाम। चलो पैरा रख लिया, पैरा तो ऑलरेडी है मार्केट में, ब्रांड है पैरा नाम का। चलो हम करते हैं पैरा जेल। नहीं, डोलो ऑलरेडी है, पैरा लाइफ,
पोलो डोलो सर, पोलो।
अच्छा, पोलो, आज पोलो भी ठीक है, ये पराचित भी अच्छा है। ओके, फेवर गॉन। ओके फाइन। सो चलिए एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं, राइट? फेवर मॉन, ये दिस इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ द ब्रांड। नाउ हाउ विल यू डिसाइड दिस ये ब्रांड का प्राइस इतना होना चाहिए? हाउ डू यू डिसाइड, कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे? व्हाट आर द क्राइटेरिया यू विल चूज व्हिच विल डिटरमाइन द प्राइसिंग ऑफ दिस ब्रांड? ये जो आपका ब्रांड है, कंपटीशन, very good. Ujjwal is saying competition. Okay. So
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट।
हाँ, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट बिल्कुल सही है, रॉ मटेरियल आएगा उसमें, और you will put in there everything. Yeah, competition, brands plus cost. Okay, Devanshi. Customer can able to remind. Okay, so brand name तो catchy होना चाहिए, easy to remember होना चाहिए, that is absolutely right. Doctors को लिखने में problem नहीं होना चाहिए, it should be short and sweet, right? So there is a thing saying which is called KISS, keep it short and simple. Yeah, so that customer can remember this. Now another important thing, चलिए काम करते हैं, हमारे पैरासीटामोल में हम एक काम करते हैं, our paracetamol will be not a bitter in taste like Calpol or Crocin or Dolo or any other famous brand which comes under the top 5 brands. Our paracetamol there are certain properties which we are adding. Now it will be effervescent. ठीक है, पानी में डालते ही आपको ऐसा लगता है आप सोडा पी रहे हो, right? And second one is it is available in the orange flavor. So आपको you will feel like that you are sipping that orange juice. Now this is what you see, the completely disruptive idea. Right, so we have developed a technology which is the unique, our patented technology, which is giving paracetamol in the effervescent, and the flavor is orange flavor. Now, what should be the price? Now, who will decide the price and what will be the factor? Still, you consider the competition, or you can have your own pricing. Yeah, customer can able to remind, right? So now these are the few additional advantages you have added with the paracetamol. Now who will be the deciding factor? What will you do? Will decide the price of this brand? Instead, you consider the competition, or you can have your own, the price, premier price. फटाफट response करो यार जल्दी से. May I see few responses now? So you have added 2 different features and the benefits into your brand, which is unique and the first time in the industry. Right, effervescent है. Number 2 is orange flavor में है. Paracetamol, no bitter taste. Given the feature of the product, we can put on our price. Very good. Others is saying sir अब तो हमारा बढ़िया हो गया, है ना? ये तो फर्स्ट टाइम इंडस्ट्री में हम लेकर के आए, और जो प्रॉब्लम थी पैरासीटामोल के साथ, बच्चे कई बार वोमिटिंग कर देते थे, एडल्ट्स को भी, स्पेशली लेडीज को, प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन्स को बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती थी पैरासीटामोल लेने में, है ना? तो वो एक नोशिया एंड वोमिटिंग सेंसेशन होता था, वो इसमें नहीं है। कंप्लायंस बहुत अच्छा है, क्या बोलेंगे इसको हम, पेशेंट कंप्लायंस इज वेरी गुड। नाउ कैन वी कीप अ प्रीमियर प्राइस कि हमारा पैरासीटामोल 500 mg will be 15 rupees or maybe any other 12 rupees per tablet or something like that, right? So this is the example what we are discussing of something of innovativeness or something which is because of the innovation. Are you understanding? Yes or no? आपको मेरी बात समझ में आई कि the more feature and the benefit you add with the brand, you can have your own pricing. So now the pricing deciding factor for the pricing is changed as compared to the earlier one, isn't it? Devanshi ने लिखा yes sir. Karthik, I think how many people are there in this meeting? Very few, rarely people are responding. जो लोग response नहीं कर रहे हैं ना, I can tell you I'm very soon going to come to the Chitkara University. मैं आने वाला हूँ और आप सब लोगों को मैं नाम याद रखने वाला हूँ, मैं लिस्ट बना रहा हूँ इसकी, ठीक है? And I will be going to meet you personally there. Okay, Vivechna is saying yes. जल्दी से सब लोग करो यार, आप लोग सब उठ गए हो या सो रहे हो अभी भी, still you are sleeping. Other people, those who are not responding, लांबा सर, इन सबको पनिशमेंट देंगे हम लोग। तो पनिशमेंट क्या होगा, ये सबको पार्टी देना पड़ेगी अपने को, बढ़िया पिज्जा वाली, आपका जो मॉल बना हुआ है ना उसमें। In my opinion, sir, we should consider competitor price to make our brand affordable, but also we will sell our USP instead of price. aha, ये आंसर किसने किया? वेरी गुड आंसर, लेट मी सी। योगिता, अच्छा, ओके, अच्छा, सत्य सिंह सर आ जाइए, मिलना है आपसे। But we have to think about economic. Yeah, that is absolutely right, Sangram. So I am not saying that price should be very high and price should be very low and price at the level of these other competitors are there in the market. It's absolutely not. आपको पता है जब ये ofloxacin और ये जो sparfloxacin launch होता है उसकी price कितनी थी? Any idea? When this ofloxacin was launched first time in the India, what was the price? I think it was launched by Sanofi or some company. One tablet was costing, how much? We can put price but higher than the other competitor just because of USP. Yeah, okay, USP. Devanshi, right? So now I'm just sharing with you, and this either you have this patented technology of adding these two features where your competitors cannot copy it. You can play upon the price. And the paracetamol, this example of ofloxacin or sparfloxacin, this tablet when they were launched earlier for the first time, for at least for 6 months to 1 year, when other company finding it out the right vendor and the copying and coming with some more affordable brands, this is the time where companies have already earned a lot of money. So the tablet price was 76 rupees per tablet, 200 mg of ofloxacin. Sparfloxacin I purchased for my mother when it was launched, having the broad spectrum antibiotic, higher gram negative, gram positive, aerobic, anaerobic coverage. So these all blah 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 things people talked in front of a doctor and they influence the doctor who can prescribe in any other infections. And the tablet price was 150 rupees, one tablet of sparfloxacin. Sparfloxacin was available in 20 rupees also. So are you understanding the factor here that how these things really leverage over the competition? So if you have something unique, if you have something which is not available with other competitors, you can really play. You can really keep your price at the premium range. Now here, also guys, आपको मेरी बात समझ में तो आ रही है मैं क्या बातें कर रहा हूँ आपको? Are you understanding the concept and the basic important things? So once if you are there in your organizational meeting, अगर आप कभी हैं तो आपको ये बात तुरंत क्लिक करना चाहिए कि यार this is something new. So that is why the price is high, and you can really substantiate these things whenever you are visiting the customer. डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं ना कई बार आप, तो आपके कॉम्पिटिटर भी बहुत कम रेट वाले जाते हैं, है ना? अभी आप देखिए मैनकाइंड हो गए या बाकी दूसरी कंपनी वाले हो गए, बहुत सस्ता प्रोडक्ट लेकर के जाते हैं. सो प्राइस के ऊपर अगर आप कभी प्ले करेंगे, यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू विन, बिकॉज मार्केट में हमेशा आपसे लोअर प्राइस वाला बंदा बैठा हुआ है. You will always find some or other company which is giving much affordable price than whatever the price you are fixing. So what is getting important here? The important here that what is that uniqueness in you? What is that extra benefit and the features which you are offering to the patient or to the customer. So these are the important factors which are critical factors whenever you are fixing the price of a brand, right? So let's learn few more things here. Now the third thing is called the promotion. Promotion is called how do you promote the things, right? What is your promotional strategy? So in the promotion, all these things will come, like the number of calls, number of visits, KOL and KBL, for that particular brand. What is that promotional strategy, customer engagements, especially for the ad board kind of things, or maybe, the KOL and KBL club or something. So many companies are doing these all things. So these few number of doctors for the country, or maybe 50 doctors or the 100 doctors, those who are highest influential into their own market. है ना, अगर मैं बात करूं कि चंडीगढ़ में who is the best neurologist, so you can give me 2-3 names, and these are the doctors who really influence other doctors to adopt and follow their prescriptions, their habit of prescription and the selection of the brands. So each and every company fix up, these doctors, group of doctors, and they would like to have this close association with this doctor, and they will form a club, because these doctors will be treated as a VVIP customers for them. And there will be a very specific and a unique promotional strategies to influence these customers. Yeah, so this is on the promotional strategies. And then place. Place means in which market you are launching. Who are your customers, right? So that is why place is also important. Place means what? The affordability. Yeah, so that per capita income of your patients, where you are launching your brand, is it going to hit the mass market or is it going to hit the niche market? So you see, think from the perspective of this specialty, like neurology, like oncology, like psychiatry, like gastrology, like urology. These are called the super specialty kind of things, right? Like in the cardiology. So this is not the thing, the products which any GP, any beam bam boom can prescribe, right? Beam bam boom means BEMS, BAMS, BUMS. Yeah, so these are the products which can be prescribed only with the specialist. Only specialist can understand these molecules and the brands, and they can prescribe the district. They are sitting at the maybe the capitals of each and every state, or may not be in the capital, but especially in the capital like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai. So their marketing strategy will be implemented to these places. So that is why these places are very much important. So we have understood as of now product, price, promotion, and place. Okay. Now moving ahead. Changing or not. Others slide change हुई क्या दोस्त बता दो एक बार.
Sorry, sir.
Unmute करो, unmute.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you seen? Okay. So what is visible on the screen?
7 P's of marketing.
Marketing mix.
Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing this. By the way, Lama sir, if you have that digital the concept of marketing by Philip Porter, just share this with all the students. It's the one of the best book even available. So let them go through this, and he has shared about this many other aspects, especially that how digital thing can change and transform this entire world of marketing. Now coming to few more things here: product, place, price, and promotion. Now 3 more P, right? Physical evidence, people, and processes. So these are the 3 more P he added along with this 4 P which was existing earlier. All right, so that is why now here complete the 7 P. So we cannot ignore these physical evidences of that marketing. People especially responsible. So how people are responsible? Any example of the pharmaceutical example? Especially people like anybody is from here from Sardia? Someone was there, no? I heard that someone. Yeah, Adarsh आप Sardia से हो. So Adarsh ये बताओ आप लोग कितने sample देते हो doctors को?
Samples are if only the doctor asks for sample, then only.
Normally नहीं देते ना? हर
No.
विजिट में जाके नहीं देते ना, वेरी गुड।
नहीं।
सो डॉक्टर को नहीं देता। अगर डॉक्टर बोलता है कि यार मेरे को कहीं फैमिली के साथ बाहर जाना है, आउटिंग ट्रिप पे जाना है, तो सब डॉक्टर को दे देते हो क्या आप? टिकट विकेट ऐसा कुछ करते हो क्या?
नो सर, नहीं, ये नहीं।
So what is there with you? Why doctor should write for you for Serbia? Why doctor should prescribe the medicines of Serbia?
Sir, in that case, I will emphasize on the fact that our molecule is the original innovators. Rest are the copies, and being original, we have the test result, and also the other who have copied our formula, they don't usually do trials for their processes. I mean the medicine. So normally we emphasize on that part.
Very good. So now here, friends, remember here, now people are very much important. So remember here, there are different companies. Few companies, they always play on price. Few companies, they always keep their existence, their survival in the market based upon the uniqueness in the product. But there are companies, those who always, believe in enabling their difference in the field. They can make a difference into their business. Right, where the role of training, where the role of communication, where the role of scientific knowledge, where the role of latest in the technology or latest in the field of pharmaceutical industry, maybe what others is talking. My job is to inform the customer well, educate them well, so that he can make a right decision for his patient. And very rarely others, and for everyone, I see in the pharmaceutical space, companies play on this, and those who really work upon this, because you are thinking something which nobody is thinking. You are doing something which is nobody is doing. If I am a KOL and KBL, I am sitting in the city like Mumbai, and I do have 500 followers with me, so I can really shake the market with any of the new molecule. So your job is to where are you playing? You are playing in the mindset of this customer, this KOL and KBL, right? Key opinion leader. I may be the HOD of any leading medical college, like KEM college, or maybe any big Tata Institute or something. So and I know that there is a huge bunch of doctors, especially those who are influencing the other doctors in the peripheries, who are looking at me, that what is my selection of brands? Why do I select the brand? How do I select the brand? So whenever I am attending any big seminar, if there is a speaker, what do I speak? People are there, they are coming to hear me, listen me. Are you understanding? So I am having that kind of social, the arena and social kind of presence in the mind of the people, and I do have that much influential ability. So now these people, especially these companies, those who are having this uniqueness in their people, they are hitting here for these KOLs and KBS, especially in each and every the area and the corners of the country. तो अगर आप चेन्नई में देखें, अगर आप बात करें दिल्ली की, मुंबई की, कोलकाता की, बैंगलोर की, these are the big where you will find all these big institutes over there. So these people, that is called where the skill is important, where the communication is important. So they always used to choose the best of the best, and they get that CTC and the packages also, isn't it, others?
Yes, sir.
They don't think much कि यार इसको 50,000 रुपए ज्यादा देंगे, यार 1 लाख रुपए ज्यादा देंगे, यार 2 लाख रुपए ज्यादा देंगे. If they find the right people, they invest into the right people, and they see that these people are having this influential ability. They can really teach these decision makers. They do have this ability and the capability to influence these key decision makers. So where people also plays a very important role. Right, so that is why some companies do have this criteria for the selection criteria, that we will select only the B pharmacy or M pharmacy, because these people, and they do not select from any other institute. They always go for the institute like NIPER. They always go institute like the top of the top institute, because they know their entire curriculum, their entire the education, and their what they kind of the practical experiences these people are going through. And I also remember we have in Chitkara that people are going into the market, especially for I think few months over there, and they see that how this RCPA happens, what are the problems with the chemist, how they resist in giving the right information at the wrong time if you are reaching out them. So these experiences are very much important for the company. So the moment you come and enter into the company will not think, company will not take a lot of time to make you understand, because you are already 30% or 40% ready for that role. Are you getting me? Because your upbringing was such, your experience was such, so already these important the element in your mind, and you the basic.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
All right, guys. So let's understand few more things here. So welcome to the Pharma World. 40 marketing. Discuss this. Yeah. Especially the paying capacity in that particular periphery of the area, where my customer or my patient can really near this cost or not. Yeah, and along with this, there are certain, the promotional inputs, whatever they are choosing. So how we measure their success factors into that particular thing? What are the common challenges? Disruptive approach in the digital application, and pre and post COVID, the world has changed because of the technology, which we already initiated few discussion at the beginning. So let me see. So this is what the exercise which I wanted to do, but I think I am unable to do it on Mentimeter this time. Okay. So now we'll say this, that what are the things which are changed, especially in the marketing, right? So what are the common factors, especially in the pharmaceutical world, which are changing the way the marketing manager thinks for making the strategies. So just you can put it in the chat box. Let me see there. What are the things which are changing in the pharmaceutical world from the customer's point of view in the marketing strategies? So I would like to see few responses there. कौन सी चीजें हैं जो चेंज हो रही हैं मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज में, जो आप देखते होंगे कि जो आपके जो मार्केटिंग मैनेजर हैं, पीएमटी वाले हैं, वो बार-बार चेंज करते रहते हैं, which is really helping their organizations to build that particular brand. Yeah, आप लोग चैट बॉक्स में डाल सकते हैं यहाँ पर. I would like to see what are the things which are changing. Way of communication with them. Absolutely right, Harish. So along with this, if you can just help all of us, that any example you can unmute and visual aids. Visual aid is changing. Satya, right? So Satya, why there is a need of changing the visual aid every time? Why companies change the visual aid after every 3 months, after every 6 months, or maybe or that particular the periodic interval? Why not same visual aid for 3 years? Social media marketing. Devanshi is saying social media marketing. Absolutely right. So now, if you see every company, I believe that good companies always do this video marketing. Yeah. So good companies always do this. That is called the profiling of the customer. Right. When it comes to profiling the customer, they always used to see. Yeah, because same visual aid monotonous after some. Yeah, संग्राम monotonous तो अपनी जगह ठीक है यार. दरअसल उसके अलावा भी there is something else beyond that. Monotonous is also a good point what you shared, but beyond that there is something else also. What is that the important thing? Why company change visual aid every time? Every time means after every 3 months or 6 months, just to influence the mindset of customer. Yeah, influence the mindset of customer, absolutely right. But how? Companies try to use the more trendy, very good. Yeah, Ujjwal ने बहुत बढ़िया आंसर किया, आप लोग देखिए इसको. Companies try to use the more trendy words. Trendy words ठीक है Ujjwal, and concept. Now the second part is more important. The concept to market the product. Right now here the concept to market the product is the key element there, and how they decide these factors. Sir, for better communication and marketing is more effective. It's more effective so that it will be eye-catching. Yeah, Satya, you're right. And my just question is this, now what happened, these companies, there is something called the ORG data. You heard about this ORG? आप लोगों ने सुना IQVIA data or ORG data? Have you heard about these terminologies? Just put in the chat box, yes, no. Everyone, yes, no. बस केवल सत्या ने सुना यार IQVIA डाटा, ये तो बड़ा शॉकिंग है मेरे लिए. बाकी लोगों ने नहीं सुना यार. आप लोग फार्मास्यूटिकल वर्ल्ड में हो और आपने सुना ही नहीं है. तो अमन ने लिखा यस, कंपनी एम्फसाइज ऑन दे मेड चेंजेस इन द विजुअल डाटा. करेक्ट. ठीक है. आदर्श ने नहीं सुना. आदर्श कौन सी कंपनी में काम करते हैं यार दोस्त आप?
सर डीएस.
आदर्श आपने IQVIA डाटा नहीं सुना?
सर अभी तक तो नहीं हुआ.
ORG भी नहीं सुना?
क्या सर?
ORG डाटा, IQVIA डाटा?
नहीं सर।
अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं। तो चलिए, कौन बताएगा ये IQVIA डाटा और ORG डाटा के बारे में, जिसको नहीं पता? So they are the independent agencies which are working on the prescriptions. तो आप जो भी डॉक्टर से आपके जो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखते हैं ना, चाहे वो किसी भी स्पेशलिटी में हो, वो क्या करते हैं, they do surveys of these doctors. तो डॉक्टर के प्रिस्क्रिप्शन के साथ साथ वो उनको एक और पैड देते हैं कॉपी करने के लिए, तो उसके साथ आप इस पे भी इसकी कॉपी कर दीजिए. And they used to collect these prescriptions, and based upon these prescriptions, they publish this data on the periodic interval. मंथली डाटा उसका आता है आदर्श, एंड फॉर एवरीवन. तो मंथली डाटा वो क्या करते हैं, पब्लिश करते हैं. तो ये जो डाटा पब्लिश, मार्केट का ट्रेंड्स पता चलता है कि व्हाट इज देयर, हाउ द बिहेवियरल पैटर्न इज चेंजिंग. तो यू कैन सी देयर कि ये वाले इंडिकेशन में ये ब्रांड लिखा है, और द सेम ब्रांड कैन बी, डॉक्टर्स हैव स्टार्टेड राइटिंग इन सम अदर इंडिकेशंस आल्सो. And how they are changing this, they are writing this because of, they are doing this because of the new case studies, the new information and the references they are collecting from the research center. Are you understanding? So ये basically इसके बेस पर they are deciding कि behavioral patterns कैसे change हो रहे हैं, है ना. And based upon that, companies are also changing that indication. कभी आपने देखा होगा कि एक ब्रांड को प्रमोट करने के लिए 4 इंडिकेशन है, ठीक है, लेकिन कभी कभी कंपनी क्या करती है, इंडिकेशन नंबर 3 को इंडिकेशन नंबर 1 बना देगी. हाउ दे आर डिसाइडिंग दिस? They are deciding based upon these studies which are very frequently conducted, based upon the behavioral pattern of these doctors, those who are especially leading that particular specialty, है ना. तो मेरे को लगता है कि न्यूरोलॉजी में लेवेट्रासिटाम की जगह मेरे को ब्रेविरासिटाम प्रमोट करना है in the partial onset of seizure or maybe generalized seizure, generalized epilepsy. एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं यार, एक रफ, मतलब I don't know whether you are understanding this terminology or not. आप अपनी जो भी स्पेशलिटी है उसका एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. तो अगर मान लीजिए इसका स्टेटस एपिलेप्टिकस में भी इसका इंडिकेशन है, बट वो इंडिकेशन थर्ड रैंकिंग पे आता है. ड्रग इज नॉट इन्वेंटेड टू ट्रीट दिस, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सम स्टडी, न्यूली स्टडी कंडक्टेड, दिस इज व्हाट बिकमिंग द प्रायोरिटी ऑफ अ कस्टमर. आप देखोगे कि partial onset of seizure से doctors started using more in status epilepticus. तो status epilepticus को कंपनी क्या करेगी, अपना जो विजुअल बनाएगी उसमें फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी के ऊपर रखते हैं. Are you understanding what I am saying? Yeah. So based upon that, they decide that which indication should come first. तो अभी कैसे करेंगे, अगर सेम विजुअल अगर आप बार-बार बताएंगे तो उससे नहीं होगा. That is why there is a need to change the marketing, the communication, and the marketing communication is what the visuality is only. Yeah. तो गाइस आप समझ रहे हो, अभी आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि अगर आपको बार-बार मीटिंग में बुलाया जाता है हर 3 महीने में, 4 महीने में, 6 महीने में, और आपको नया विजुअल दिया जाता है, व्हाट इज देयर इन द बैक ऑफ the mind of these people, they are changing the visual. So this is what the basic reason because of which they are making lot of changes. Okay, great. अच्छा ये बताओ यार, आप सब लोग, मेरा स्पीड ठीक है बात करने का, आपको बात समझ में आ रही है? Are you understanding my speed is okay, language is okay, examples are okay, my pace is okay, or do I need to make some changes? If it is okay, sir, you can write there in the chat box, okay. If you want me to change something, I increase my speed or lower my speed, I can do that also. Very good. So great. So अगर आप if you really wanted to learn more about this, there are separate videos are available on my channel, right, which I am not taking here because वो अपने आप में थोड़ा बड़ा subject है. That will take around one more couple of more hours. So my just request to you, if you really wanted to learn more on this, go to my YouTube channel. You can learn more on this, right? Okay, fine. Thank you, Satya, Sangram, and everyone. So now let's learn few more things here. Now digital marketing. What are the things which are changing, and which are the tools which are helping us? The common tools which we are using, maybe the Google Meet or the Zoom meeting, or maybe the Blue Jeans, or maybe any other tool, right? Or Teams, whatever the tools we are using, webinars, or some virtual platform. Because of COVID, we have seen using Zoom or Google Meet, or maybe in the digital connect, they are trying to build it up with the customers. Use of social media, so LinkedIn, Twitter, or maybe Facebook, or maybe YouTube. Many companies are doing this using these platforms, right? So use of social media. very much important now. So it is said that in the field of social media or the social media marketing, go there where your customers are available, where your customers are going. If they are going on Instagram, go to Instagram and promote your brand there. ठीक है, तो आपने देखा होगा ना फेसबुक पे, अगर मान लीजिए कोई आप गूगल पे कोई चीज सर्च करते हैं तो वो चीज का सेम एड आपको फेसबुक पे दिख जाता है जब आप सर्च करते हैं, जब आप इंस्टाग्राम पे जाते हैं तो सेम एड दिखता है. So this is the magic of artificial intelligence. So wherever you go, that ad really follows you because they understand your psychology, they understand your need, they understand that where they need to hit you. Yeah, use of electronic gadgets. So this is which is increasing now. Different approach action for the same problem, right? Or the same input for the different output, right? Role of digital tool. This is what we can see. We already discussed about that mobile is going to replace, the television. So that is why it is important that we need to learn this, right? This is what the innovation, especially in this space. So now pre and post COVID, we have seen. Now, what is the approach, the latest approach or the ongoing approach which companies will be adopting very soon and which will become a very popular way, how these companies market their brands. So how many of you are still, attending your training programs or maybe, your meetings on the virtual mode? Just put here yes, because we don't know. There after one wave is the second wave, is the third wave. Now, God only knows when this, what the culprit, Corona or Omicron or Omicron or whatever it is, we're going to leave us. Now, the fourth wave is also, we're ending this training program on the virtual platforms or maybe the meeting on the virtual platform. Just put it in the chat box, yes. कितने लोग हैं आप में से जो अभी भी अपना वर्चुअल मीडियम पे अटेंड करते हैं ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम या मीटिंग्स या अभी भी फिजिकल कर रहे हैं? So those who are attending on physical, just put physical. Those who are attending on virtual, they can put virtual or digital. Yeah. Very good. Devanshi is saying physical, Judy physical, Sangram virtual. Okay, right. Yubita is saying virtual. Virtual as well as physical. Physical, yeah, sometime virtual. Okay, okay. Great, both. Great. So now the upcoming approach. So many companies and many people, we are keep on discussing with each other that what should be the right approach and the new approach, especially for this field. So the approach which will be going to be implemented very soon will be the blended approach, right? Not 100% physical or not 100% virtual. So this is going to be the way of life. Yeah. So this is the important factor, friends. So which are the critical factors, especially when we see the innovation in the pharmaceutical industry. So what is that innovation which you can do, especially in the pharmaceutical space as a medical rep? Can you put in the chat box anything, any idea you implemented, anything, any new way of talking to the customers or something? Any new idea you implemented, especially in the pharmaceutical space for your own company? Anything which you feel that we can do, we can innovate with by ourselves? I am not talking about big concept of delivering a drug or methodology or maybe some research. I am talking at your level in your respective headquarters. What are the new innovative things which you can implement? Or if you have implemented something, you can mention there. Yeah. So any new thing? So let us have an interaction now. Okay. So I'm just stop sharing this. All right. So let's have a few interaction with each other. So Yogita, can you please come on screen and just unmute yourself? Yogita, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you put on your screen, Yogita?
Yes, sir.
योगिता, गुड मॉर्निंग।
Good morning, sir.
योगिता, आप कौन सी कंपनी में काम करते हैं?
Sir, I'm working in MedSearch Pharmaceutical right now. Earlier, I worked in Lupin also.
ल्यूपिन,
Yes, yes.
वेरी गुड। आप कौन से हेडक्वार्टर पे हैं योगिता?
Bangalore, sir. Abhi Bangalore.
ओह, यू आर बेसिकली फ्रॉम बेंगलोर।
No, sir. Basically from Madhya Pradesh.
कहाँ से?
Madhya Pradesh, sir. MP Datia.
अच्छा, दतिया की हैं आप?
जी, sir.
अच्छा, तो ग्वालियर के पास में।
जी, sir.
और ये दतिया में वो देवी जी का मंदिर है ना, बड़ा फेमस।
जी, sir. पीताम्बरा माई का
पीताम्बरा
मंदिर।
पीठ, पीताम्बरा पीठ बोलते हैं उसमें, है ना?
जी, sir. पीताम्बरा पीठ।
गुड।
आइए सर कभी घूमने।
अरे, मध्य प्रदेश इज माय ओन स्टेट।
Oh, that's great.
तो अच्छा, ये बताइए योगिता, अभी जो
Yes,
कंपनी में आप काम कर रही हैं, वहाँ ऐसा कुछ है जो हम कर सकते हैं एज इनोवेटिव? बेंगलोर में आप काम कर रही हैं ना, तो बेंगलोर
sir.
में ऐसा कुछ है जो इनोवेटिव आइडिया आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकती हैं एट योर लेवल? कभी कुछ किया है ऐसा कुछ?
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली कंपनी मेरी ऑस्ट्रेलिया की है। वी आर इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग कम्प्लीटली। तो सर अभी हम इनोवेटिव जो कर रहे हैं सर, हम ऑल वर्ल्ड को कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया। हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया में कोई मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं करते हैं, हम सारा सप्लाई थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड करते हैं। तो दैट कनेक्ट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट इन माय कंपनी। सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू कनेक्ट इंडिया आल्सो टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया, गिविंग देयर आइडियाज and manufacturing sites where we can get the supply to Australia. And yes, sir, in Lupin, I learned an innovative thing, that is to after COVID to connect customers on virtual media like WhatsApp, emails, and messages, and that to continuously. Not like after COVID, we cannot skip that part. We have to connect them continuously on WhatsApp and emails so that they can remember our brands and especially us.
वेरी गुड, थैंक्स योगिता फॉर शेयरिंग, है ना?
Thank
चलिए
you,
अभी
sir.
और कुछ लोगों से बात करते हैं।
Sure, sir.
अनुराग जी, जरा वीडियो ऑन कर सकते हैं आप?
यस सर।
आ जाओ यार।
सर वीडियो ऑन है सर अभी।
वीडियो ऑन नहीं हो रहा है, चलो कोई बात नहीं। अनुराग, कौन सी कंपनी में हो ये बताओ?
सर एक्चुअली आई एम करंटली वर्किंग एट बेस एडस फार्मास्यूटिकल्स।
बायर्स आइडस?
यस सर।
कौन से हेडक्वार्टर पे हो?
सर मैं गाजियाबाद में हूँ और एक आउट स्टेशन में मिल रखा मुझे आगरा।
वेरी गुड। तो ये बताओ, क्या हमारी फील्ड में, स्पेशली आपके रोल में, आप क्या इनोवेटिव कर सकते हो? कुछ किया है ऐसा इनोवेटिव, नया कुछ आइडिया? हाँ
सर मेरे फील्ड अकॉर्डिंगली अभी तो सर कुछ किया नहीं, अभी कुछ ज्यादा टाइम हुआ नहीं काम करते करते, हार्डली 2-3 मंथ्स हो रहे हैं।
अरे अभी तो बहुत कम हुआ टाइम है। नहीं कोई बात नहीं, मैं आपसे गलत क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया यार। हमारे ग्रुप में इसमें एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं जिनको 1 ईयर एंड अबव का एक्सपीरियंस, ऐसे कुछ लोग हैं? Do we have people those who are experienced?
सर क्वेश्चन क्या है?
नो सर, अभी सबको 2 to 3 months ही हुआ मैक्सिमम।
अच्छा 2 to 3 months। 6 मंथ वाला कोई है?
नो सर, 6 मंथ्स के भी नहीं हुए।
चलिए कोई बात नहीं, चलिए वेरी गुड, नो प्रॉब्लम। चलिए मैं आपको बताता हूँ। नाउ लेट मी शेयर विद यू क्या नया इनोवेटिव हम कर सकते हैं। अजय शर्मा ने हाथ खड़ा किया। अजय बोलो यार दोस्त, वीडियो ऑन करके बोलो। अजय आ जाओ।
एक्चुअली मेरे को 1 साल का एक्सपीरियंस हो गया ना, सो मैंने बोला।
अरे वाह, कहाँ से हो? पहले अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे दो छोटा सा जल्दी से, फिर बताओ।
सर बेसिकली आई एम फ्रॉम हिमाचल प्रदेश।
कहाँ से?
डिस्ट्रिक्ट सोलन सर।
अच्छा, वाह, बताओ यार, आप तो इतनी बढ़िया जगह पर रहते हो, हैं? तो बताइए कौन सी कंपनी में आप और कितने समय से काम कर रहे हैं?
सर फर्स्टली 6 मंथ मैंने अलम्बिक फार्मास्यूटिकल में किए। Now I am working in FDC Limited from last 6 months sir. Totally experience 1 year.
ठीक है अजय, ये बताओ कुछ इनोवेटिव कर सकते हैं हमारे रोल में हम?
बिल्कुल सर कर सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ।
एग्जांपल बताओ।
एग्जांपल सर लाइक कुछ जैसे हमारे नए ब्रांड है ना सर, उनको मार्केट में एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए हम मतलब बहुत सारे टाइप की जो है प्लानिंग वगैरह कर सकते हैं। इनोवेटिव थिंग्स लाइक कुछ भी सर, मतलब एक्टिविटी कर सकते हैं उन प्रोडक्ट को मतलब एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए मार्केट में।
चलिए मैं आपको गुड, थैंक यू सो मच अजय फॉर शेयरिंग दिस। चलिए गाइस, अच्छा ये बताइए, आप लोग वास्तव में करियर में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं कि नहीं चाहते हैं? जरा चैट बॉक्स में डाल के बताओ, मैं देखना चाहता हूँ। फिर मैं आपको कुछ बढ़िया सी चीजें देता हूँ, 4-5 फार्मूले आपको देता हूँ, बड़े काम में आने वाले। उसको बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में बाबा जी की बूटी। ठीक है, देखो सब लोग अभी भी कुछ लोग आंसर नहीं कर रहे हैं यार, मैं देखने चाह रहा हूँ बाकी लोग क्यों बैठ के मतलब खाली ऑब्जर्वर बन के बैठे होते हैं यार, आंसर करो यार जल्दी, अच्छा लगता है यार, है ना। और मैं सबके नाम नोट कर रहा हूँ जो लोग बैठ करके केवल देख रहे हैं। आदर्श आप भी नोट कर रहे हो ना, बताना मेरे को, मेरी हेल्प करना, मैं आऊंगा जब चितकारा में, है ना। देख लो मैंने अपना 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 बंदा भी ढूंढ लिया चितकारा में, हमारे आदर्श जी हैं, दोस्ती हो गई मेरी। अजय भी मेरा दोस्त है, अजय से भी मेरी बात हो जाएगी फोन पे वैसे तो। और योगिता तो मेरे एरिया की है ही है, और योगिता हम दोनों एमपी वाले हैं, देख लो, है ना। तो हम लोग वेरी गुड। चलो अगर आप इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड सो मच सो लेट मी शेयर विद यू, ठीक है। तो आप बेसिकली क्या करेंगे, क्या इनोवेटिव हम लोग कर सकते हैं। दो तरीके होते हैं सोचने के। एक तो यार नया क्या करना है यार, कंपनी वालों ने मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी बना के दी है, कम्युनिकेशन बना के दिया है, विजुअल एड बना के दिया है, डॉक्टर को पढ़ा देना है यार जा करके, हो गया ना काम। ये तो काम है ना हमारा, डॉक्टर साहब गुड मॉर्निंग प्लीज प्रिस्क्राइब, ये सब फोल्डर करके काम खत्म, चले आए हम लोग तो। और डॉक्टर लिख रहा है तो ठीक है, नहीं लिख रहा तो ठीक है, हमने क्या करना है यार, वो तो कंपनी ने काम दिया वो कर ही रहे हैं हम तो, है ना। तो तो वो तो हम क्या करेंगे उसमें यार, कर ही रहे हैं हम तो वो। लेकिन दोस्तों अब मैं लेट मी शेयर विद यू माय स्पेशल दिस रिकमेंडेशन टू ऑल ऑफ यू फ्रेंड्स। अगर आपको करियर बनाना है, अगर आपको लाइफ में आगे बढ़ना है, अगर आपको फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री में स्टैंड आउट होना है, एंड इफ यू रियली वांटेड टू बिकम समथिंग, है ना। और दूसरी चीज, आपको प्रमोशन सैलरी से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है कि मन में अच्छा लगना चाहिए कि नहीं यार आज बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, मैंने कुछ अच्छा किया, नया किया। उससे ज्यादा खुशी की बात कुछ नहीं हो सकती, मैं बताऊं आपको। जब आपको लगता है ना यार, मैं डॉक्टर के पास में गया, आदर्श घुसा चेंबर में, और आदर्श जैसे ही बाहर निकला, आदर्श को लगा यार बेहतरीन आदर्श, आज तूने बहुत बढ़िया किया। आदर्श शीशे के सामने खड़ा हुआ, आदर्श ने बोला शाबाश आदर्श, क्या बढ़िया बंदा यार तू, यार शानदार, आज तो तुमने फोड़ दिया यार, है ना। तो आदर्श को मतलब ये फील आना चाहिए डॉक्टर के वहां से निकलने के बाद, वैसी फील आपको आना चाहिए, है ना। तो वो कैसे आएगी। और जब आदर्श वहां से बाहर निकला, पीछे पीछे पेशेंट आया पर्चा लेके, उसी ब्रांड का जो आदर्श ने डॉक्टर को बताया, उससे बड़ी खुशी की बात कुछ होती है हमारी लाइफ में, कुछ नहीं हो सकती। सो हाउ टू डेवलप दैट स्पेशल, दैट यूनिकनेस, नंबर वन थिंग मैं बताऊं आप लोगों को, पक्का बता दूं।
यस सर।
पक्का
Yes, sir,
नहीं,
please.
आप लोग बताओ, सही बताओ, पक्का बता दूं मैं आप लोगों को क्या करने
Yes,
से
sir,
होगा वो।
please, sir, yes,
सर
sir.
प्लीज बताइए।
हाँ,
Definitely.
तो दो काम करने से होगा। एक तो मेरा चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना, जाकर के वीडियो देखना उस पर अच्छी बात। ये
सर ऑलरेडी डन सर।
ये बाद वाला था, पहले वाले पे आ रहा हूं मैं। दोस्तों एक काम करो, हमेशा आप जिस किसी भी स्पेशलिटी में हो, जो भी इंडिकेशन के लिए डॉक्टर के पास में जा रहे हो, ऑलवेज ऐड समथिंग न्यू टू देयर नॉलेज, ऑलवेज ऐड समथिंग न्यू टू देयर नॉलेज। उसके लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये करना है कि आपको वो स्पेशलिटी में रीडिंग करना है, पढ़ना है। और ये रीडिंग कहां से हो सकती है बताऊं मैं आपको, सबसे बेस्ट सोर्स है गूगल, बेस्ट सोर्स है गूगल। आप डोंट वेट फॉर कि आपका ट्रेनिंग डिपार्टमेंट वाला कुछ देगा, आपका मेडिकल वाले कुछ केस स्टडीज देंगे, वो देंगे, अच्छी बात है। अगर वो आपको कोई स्टडी दे भी रहे ना, तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ये है, दो तरीके होते हैं वो केस स्टडी लेके जाने के। एक तो होता है अपने बैग के अंदर मैंने पेपर रख लिया केस स्टडी का, डॉक्टर साहब ये केस स्टडी आई है, इसमें नंबर ऑफ पेशेंट इतने थे, डबल ब्लाइंडेड ट्रायल था, उसका कंक्लूजन ये था सर, इसका आउटकम ये है सर, प्लीज प्रिस्क्राइब। एक तरीका ये हो गया। दूसरा तरीका, let me have an interaction. Sir, good morning. Today, sir, I have something special. I am not opening any page or any visual, right? Sir, today, sir, I have come to you to share with you something very much important. Sir, is it sometimes happens with you that you always get confused between the selection of a right molecule in many of the indications? तो डॉक्टर के जो पेन एरियाज है ना, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश कीजिए। नंबर वन, डॉक्टर का पेन एरिया पता है क्या है? आपको लगता होगा कि डॉक्टर के माइंड में सब कुछ पिक्चर क्लियर होती है कि डॉक्टर को क्या प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखना है, क्या नहीं लिखना है। ये मिथ है। व्हेन डॉक्टर द मोमेंट दे सी द पेशेंट, है ना, वो पेशेंट को डायग्नोज करते हैं ना कि भैया आ करो, बुखार कब से हो रहा है, सर्दी कब से हो रही है, पेट में दर्द कब से हो रहा है, कल क्या खाया था, पहले में फैमिली में किसी को डायबिटीज है क्या, ब्लड प्रेशर कितना है, ये सारी जब डॉक्टर पूरी हिस्ट्री लेता है ना, why doctor is taking all this history? Because he wanted to make his mind कि ये पेशेंट के साथ में प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करे। उसको बोलते हैं फर्स्ट डायग्नोज द प्रॉब्लम। उसके बाद में अकॉर्डिंग टू विच द प्रॉब्लम विच इज आइडेंटिफाइड, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट डॉक्टर कैन गिव। नाउ इन दिस जर्नी ऑफ दीज टू थिंग्स, ये दोनों चीजों में से सबसे ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन उसको होता है सिलेक्शन ऑफ राइट मॉलिक्यूल। आपको लगता होगा कि आपके डिटेलिंग करने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, आपको लगता होगा आपके कम्युनिकेशन से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, एंड दिस इज द टाइम जब डॉक्टर सोचता है कि यार कौन मेडिकल रेप मेरे को कौन क्या बता के गया था, विच इंफॉर्मेशन वाज गिवन. नाउ यहाँ पर जब आप अपने कम्युनिकेशन में मोर यू यूज दैट पर्टिकुलर इंडिकेशन, more you associate your brand in that particular indication, right? Doctor in myocardial infarction, please prescribe this. Doctor in secondary hypertension, please prescribe this. Doctor in mucormycosis, please prescribe this. Doctor in partial onset of seizure, please prescribe this. The more time you repeat and that particular thing, your brain, your mind, likewise doctor mind will also remember that particular thing. Now remember here, this is number one thing. Number two thing, if any new information you can carry along with you, उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा सा आपको हसल करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ी सी आपको मेहनत करना पड़ेगी, थोड़ी सी आपको स्टडी करना पड़ेगी, right? And if you can add something to their knowledge, the knowledge of your doctor. आप ये सोचते हैं ना कि डॉक्टर को सब पता होगा, वो डॉक्टर पर्टिकुलर उस फील्ड में, तो ये गलत है. Nowadays it's difficult to get a time especially to go through. मैं मेडिकल लैंग्वेज में मेडिकल कॉलेज की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, वहां तो ये सब करते हैं, लेकिन मैं बात कर रहा हूँ प्रैक्टिशनर्स की. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ KBL, key business leaders. Key business leaders are the doctors, those who are leading that particular market in terms of seeing the number of patient every day. Not talking about KOL. KOLs are called key opinion leaders. Key opinion leaders normally अगर आप देखें उनके पास पेशेंट कम होते हैं, लेकिन उनकी स्टडी बहुत अच्छी होती है, उनका नॉलेज लेवल बहुत अच्छा होता है. They are normally the HODs of medical colleges. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर जब आपको KBL को इन्फ्लुएंस करना है, लेकिन आपका धंधा कहाँ से आएगा, प्रिस्क्रिप्शन कहाँ से आएगा, KOL से आएगा कि KBL से आएगा? आपका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन आएगा KBL से. ठीक है, तो उसको इन्फ्लुएंस करने के लिए अगर आप कोई नई इंफॉर्मेशन लेकर के जाते हैं, या of that particular that specialty which will be helpful for the customer, doctor will have a different understanding of you. डॉक्टर के मन में आपकी इमेज डिफरेंट बनेगी, and you can really add value to your customer, and that this customer will never be, never forget you, because you have given him something which he was not knowing, or if he was knowing earlier he might have forgotten. उसको लगना चाहिए कि मेरे पास में एक बंदा ऐसा आया था यार, 50 मेडिकल रेप से आज मैं मिला हूं, एक बंदा ऐसा आया था वो मेरे को एक चीज अच्छी बता के गया, नहीं सिखा के गया मेरे को. कैन वी डू दिस? ये कर सकते हैं हम लोग? नहीं कर सकते हैं? अभी देखिए कमेंट में कितने सारे कमेंट आ गए.
Yes, sir.
You are streaming on YouTube channel. Great to see this every day. ठीक है यार, लक्ष्य मेरा तो काम ही ये है यार दोस्त. ये क्या होता है ना कि आप जब काम इसी तरीके का करते हैं तो एक लेवल पे पहुंच के ऐसे हो जाते हो आप, है ना. तो मैं भी ऐसा ही हो गया यार दोस्त. हाँ, तो ये कर सकते हैं. तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है आप सब लोगों से, ये करने की कोशिश कीजिए. ये तो है पहली चीज. दूसरी चीज, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है जो मैं आपको बताता हूँ. आपके यहाँ पर आपके कॉलेज में 2 लोग हैं, एक तो रविंदर जी और रूबीना जी और लांबा सर. इन लोगों के पास में से एक चीज आप सीख सकते हैं जो मैं सीखता हूँ, और भी मैं बहुत लोगों से सीखता हूँ वैसे ये चीजें, लेकिन मैं ये एग्जांपल इनका इसलिए दे रहा हूँ कि मेरे जितना भी उनके साथ इंटरेक्शन हुआ है, फिजिकल इंटरेक्शन हुआ है या टेलीफोनिकली हुआ है, उनके पास में एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. मैं आपको बताता हूँ, शायद आपने कभी डिस्कवर करी हो, नहीं करी हो, लेकिन मैंने डिस्कवर करी है. तो मैं, लामा जी आप बुरा मत मानिएगा, रूबीना मैडम और रविंद्र जी तो यहाँ नहीं है, उनकी एब्सेंस में बोल रहा हूँ मैं, है ना. वो एक चीज मैंने जो ऑब्जर्व करी है उसको बोलते हैं दैट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम P, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड द पेशेंस. आपके पास में पेशेंस होना बहुत जरूरी है. हमारे स्पेस में, हमारे फार्मास्यूटिकल स्पेस में पेशेंस का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है. मेनी पीपल, जब भी आप डॉक्टर्स के पास में या कस्टमर्स के पास में जाते हैं ना, तो मेनी पीपल दे लूज देयर पेशेंस. वो क्या करते हैं, अपना पेशेंस जो है ना उसको लूज कर देते हैं, और एंड that's the time where doctor सोचता है कि यार this guy has given me 10 visits, then now this is the time to give him back, and they lose their customer. आप समझ रहे हैं? वैसे डॉक्टर्स के पास में भी कस्टमर सिलेक्शन के क्राइटेरिया होते हैं. डॉक्टर के पास में भी मेडिकल रेप और कंपनी सिलेक्शन और ब्रांड सिलेक्शन के क्राइटेरिया होते हैं, है ना. तो हमेशा ये होता है, इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि हम उसको अंडरस्टैंड करें. नेवर लूज योर पेशेंट. अगर आप 10वीं बार डॉक्टर ने प्रोडक्ट नहीं लिखा, फिर भी आप उसी नई इंफॉर्मेशन, साइंटिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ में उतने ही स्माइल रख करके जाते हैं चेहरे के ऊपर. चेहरे की जो स्माइल है ना, उसकी व्हाइटनेस कम नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे पहली स्माइल कॉल में गए थे ना, पहली बार वो डॉक्टर से मिलने गई थी, भोली भाली स्माइल के, सर गुड मॉर्निंग सर माय नेम इज पंकज शर्मा फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट. वही स्माइल होना चाहिए. देखो वो उसमें एक्सप्रेशन में फर्क नहीं पड़ना. जैसे डॉक्टर नहीं लिखा तो दूसरी वीक में थोड़ी स्माइल का, सर गुड मॉर्निंग, तीसरे में सर गुड मॉर्निंग, चौथी में सर गुड मॉर्निंग, पांचवी में सर गुड मॉर्निंग, सर गुड मॉर्निंग. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. आप समझ रहे हो? तो इसमें आपको है ना, वो जो आपका जो एक एटीट्यूड है ना, हम्बलनेस वाला, वो सेम होना चाहिए. एक मिनट दो, मेरा एक फ्रेंड कॉल कर रहा है. मधु जस्ट गिव मी 2 मिनट, आई विल कॉल यू बैक. या तो आपको इसका ध्यान रखना है. आप समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात को? आपको इसका ध्यान रखना है। और मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, बहुत सारे डॉक्टर आपसे बोलते हैं कि आपके पास में जगह नहीं है, उनके पास में प्रिस्क्रिप्शन की जगह नहीं है, बोलते हैं ना यार अभी नहीं यार, वो उस कंपनी का ये ब्रांड लिख रहा हूँ, इस कंपनी का ये ब्रांड लिख रहा हूँ, वो मेडिकल रेप बहुत पुराना है, उससे मेरी दोस्ती है। तो उनको हमेशा बोलिए कि सर जगह तो बनाने से बनती है। एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ मैं आपको, आप लोगों में से कितने लोगों ने ट्रेन के जनरल डिब्बे में सफर किया है? ट्रेन के जनरल डिब्बे में सफर किया है आप लोगों में से कितने ने?
सर अक्सर
अगर
करवा
किया है
जाता है
तो
सर इमरजेंसी विजिट्स में।
हाँ, चैट बॉक्स में डालिए यस, कितने लोगों ने ट्रेन के जनरल डिब्बे में सफर किया है? यस, बहुत सारे लोगों ने किया है। भाई मैंने तो अपने करियर की शुरुआत ही ऐसे करी है। तो ट्रेन के जनरल डिब्बे में जब लोग आते हैं ना, जब ट्रेन स्टेशन पे पहुंचती है, तो बाहर वाले जो होते हैं ना, उनको अंदर वाले हमेशा बोलते हैं जगह नहीं है ना? और वो बाहर वाला एक बंदा जैसे तैसे करके धक्का मुक्की करके अंदर घुसता है, और वो उसको बैठने की जगह मिलती है, थोड़ी सी मिलती है, जो सीट की जो हल्की सी पटरी वाली होती है ना, उस पे आधा जो अपना जो हिस्सा होता है वो लगा के बैठता है, और धीरे धीरे ट्रेन चलती है, उसकी जगह भी बन जाती है ना। और अगले स्टेशन पर वो फिर बाहर वाले को बोलने लगता है कि जगह नहीं है, जगह नहीं है। और जगह तो बनाने से बनती है ना? तो मैं अपने जब भी डॉक्टर से मिलता हूँ तो ऐसे एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ, तो उनके चेहरे पे स्माइल आ जाती है। जो लोग बोलते हैं जगह नहीं है, बोला सर मेरे को पता है सर, आप मेरी सपोर्ट करना चाहते हो, मेरे लिए करोगे सर। हमेशा ये पॉजिटिव नोट से छोड़ करके जाओ। आई नो सर दैट यू विल राइट फॉर मी सर। Sir, thank you for bringing that smile and happiness on my face. Sir, absolutely, I know that you will write one day for me. So have that conviction, and with this conviction, wish you all the best. And thank you so much for listening me very patiently in the morning. मुझे लगता है कि हम लोगों का इंटरेक्शन थोड़ा सा फ्रूटफुल रहा है, and if it will you also feel so. So my request to all of you, we can discuss friends so many other things. अगर आप फ्लिप कोटर की बात करें तो मैं जब मार्केटिंग पढ़ाने जाता हूँ या कुछ जगह पर MBA कॉलेजेस वगैरह में, तो काफी बहुत दूसरी बातें करता हूँ, बट दिस इज व्हाट विदिन द लिमिटेड टाइम we could discuss this and learn this. And feel free to come to me for anything where you can feel that I can help you out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
All right.
Pankaj,
So
I'm Narendra Garcha here.
जी नरेंद्र सर बताइए।
I was kind of, working on something parallel, but then I thought I should leave that and listen to your session. This was more interesting than what I was doing actually. And you took me to my, those good old days. I relived my past once again. Because I remember after having worked for 11 years in Eli Lilly, then I shifted industries and I started working for different organizations. But I think what you have told today is absolutely true. And this will give a lot of confidence to students who have just started their career. Because these are certain, I would say, tricks and tips of the trade, which they may not get initially, and even while talking to their colleagues, they may not get. But then from somebody who's seasoned like you, who's worked in the industry and who's seen the industry very closely, I think this will add a lot of value, and that this will make a lot of difference in their approach from today or maybe tomorrow itself, once they are back in the field. So we really, feel delighted to have you on this session. And I think we'll invite you physically to our campus, because now we are looking ahead to better days in terms of, the COVID now. Probably we can see that we have tiding over this problem, and we'll have more sessions, physical session rather, with you at our campus. And whatever message that you have delivered today, I think it will go a long way in building the career. If there were 85 students, I think you've been able to impact each one of them. And that is a true mark of a leader. So thank you so much for your time. I'm sure they have a lot of questions. So I'll ask our students to mail it to Mr. Lamba, and he can probably then share it with you, because 2 hour session may not, or 1.5 hour session may not be enough to discuss, the entire gamut of things. But once again, thank you so much for sparing your time on Sunday, which I know is a challenge always for everyone, and adding value to our students.
So, Narendra sir, I would really, say thanks to you that you have been in the session, sir. The important thing is, guys, there is so much to learn from all of you, right? मैं आप लोगों से बहुत सीखना चाहता हूँ और सीखता हूँ हमेशा. And I do have this example at my home. My son is just 20 years old. He is doing his, B.Tech from BITS Pilani. He is in 3rd year students. So just giving एक example देता हूँ आपको. and he's a professional YouTuber. He is having more than 4 lakhs of YouTube. If you would really like to learn something on communication, discipline in the life, and even technology, how technology can do so much, you can, his name is Ishan Sharma. आप उसको YouTube पे search करेंगे, you will find, all these. उसके तो मतलब people are fan of like him like anything. So अभी what I am learning from you guys, let me share with you कि चीजों को कैसे करना है. So कैसे करना है मतलब हमारे पास में आइडिया बहुत सारे हैं. रविंदर जी के पास में, लांबा सर के पास में, हम लोग के पास में वीडियो है, नरेंद्र सर के पास में बहुत सारे आइडियाज हैं, बट यू पीपल कैन रियली ट्रांसफॉर्म दैट आइडियाज इनटू द एक्शन. तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे कि आप ना डोंट कीप दिस बाउंड्रीज विद अलोंग विद यू, है ना. देयर इज इमेंस पॉसिबिलिटी एंड आई कैन सी एंड देन पोटेंशियलिटी इन ईच वन ऑफ यू. और थोड़ा सा जिसको बोलते हैं ना, आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स थिंकिंग. क्या फार्मास्यूटिकल स्पेस में अभी नाउ यू विल सी वेरी सून दिस जॉब, द प्रोफाइल विल कंप्लीटली चेंज. आई कैन फील दैट द काइंड ऑफ डिसरप्शन हैपनिंग इज आप लोगों ने डाटा 1mg का बताया, और भी नेटमेट रिलायंस का जो आ गया, और भी बहुत सारे ऐप आ रहे हैं ना. चीजें बहुत जल्दी बहुत तेज गति से ट्रांसफॉर्म हो रही है. शायद हमारे टाइम में, जब नरेंद्र सर के टाइम में, हमारे टाइम में हम लोग इतना ज्यादा फास्ट पेस नहीं देखा, है ना. वो आप लोग देख रहे हो. सो मेरा जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट यही है, स्टे इन टच विद व्हाट द थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग इन द वर्ल्ड. ये जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, हाउ दे कैन रियली इनेबल ईच वन ऑफ अस, कि आपके पर्टिकुलर रोल में टेक्नोलॉजी का रोल क्या है, कैसे वो चीजों को चेंज कर रही है. इसको आप ऑब्जर्व कीजिए, जज कीजिए, और चीजों को करने की कोशिश कीजिए. द मोर यू लर्न, more you remain updated, especially in your field or any field for that matter. So we all can really learn so much from each other. Definitely whenever there will be an opportunity, Narendra sir, I would love to visit the campus. और पहले भी मैं 2-3 बार कैंपस आया हूँ. So there are physical interaction का तो कोई substitute है नहीं सर. जो इमोशनल जो बॉन्डिंग होती है ना स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में, जब आप बैठ के सामने सामने बात करते हो, तो दे कैन आस्क मी एनी क्वेश्चन कि सर आप ये बता दो, वो बता दो. और मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है यार, सवाल पूछने में आप हिचको मत. ये मत सोचो कि यार मैं ये पूछूंगा तो वो क्या सोचेगा. मैं आपको यकीन दिलाता हूँ, मेरे मन में भी ऐसे छोटे छोटे कच्चे पक्के से सवाल थे जब मैं आपके जैसे किसी सेशन में बैठा हुआ होता था. नरेंद्र सर के मन में भी, रविंद्र सर के मन में भी, लांबा सर के मन में भी. तो डोंट हेजिटेट इन आस्किंग. आप अगर यहाँ नहीं पूछोगे, हम लोगों से नहीं पूछोगे, तो किससे पूछोगे यार, है ना. तो हमेशा बिल्कुल जैसे पूछना है, बिल्कुल बेशर्मों की तरह पूछो. मैं ऐसा वर्ड यूज कर रहा हूँ. मतलब पूछने में आपको शर्म नहीं आना चाहिए. आपको लगता है नहीं यार छोटा सा सवाल है, इसका मैं क्यों पूछूं, मत सोचो, उसके बारे में पूछ लो, है ना. तो फील फ्री टू कम टू अस, वी आर देयर. हम लोग करेंगे क्या यार, ये नॉलेज का जितना भी हमने सीखा, एक्सपीरियंसेस का, हमारा ये एम है, ऑब्जेक्टिव है, ये चीजें आपके काम में आना चाहिए. अगर वो आपके काम में आ गई, मान लो मैंने आज 50 चीज बात करी, उसमें से हो सकता है 1 या 2 चीज आपको अच्छी लगी हो, उसको इंप्लीमेंट करके देखो, एंड इफ दैट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू, ये हमारे सेशन सक्सेसफुल हो जाएगा अगर ऐसा होगा. या ऑलराइट.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Pankaj. I'm sure they would have got the right message, because disruption or creativity or innovation, rather than thinking at an organization level, they have to internalize and look at what they can do on day-to-day basis.
Right.
I'm a fan of, more than in disruption, I'm a fan of contribution mindset. That what can you contribute whether it is small, doesn't matter, because that is your own. That is more important. So keeping that in mind, thank you so much for your time, and we'll keep on bothering you from time to time.
Welcome, sir. Always welcome.
Yeah, and we look forward to your visit also to our campus, and I'll speak to Mr. Ravinder and Mr. Lamba also, that we can arrange one once we have the next batch coming in soon.
Yeah, sure, right. Sir. Narendra sir, I do have a lot of case study which I am participating in Harvard. So right. I am a advisory council member for Harvard. So I used to approve and participate in a lot of international case studies also, which will be maybe helpful for our students also to broaden their thinking process, or widen their the way they can think and build their future.
Surely we can. I think we can incorporate, and we can have that design thinking kind of a mindset for all of our students. Why not? We can do that, and we'll shortly. I think we'll have you in our campus once our students are back and we have the new batch rolling in soon. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you, students, for being around as well. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Bye-bye. Wish you a better career with Chitkara, and thank you so much for joining today in the morning. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable time, sir.